Hello everyone, I am Jeffrey and I'm with the HIV Stops With Me campaign. And here we are with another question of the month. Well, this question of the month actually is one that speaks to me directly. The question of the month is, have you ever been marginalized while doing your HIV advocacy? All right. As many of you guys may know or may not know, I come from the adult industry background. I worked in fashion, but there was a large part of my life that I worked in the adult industry. I was a porn star. I made my living that way. Not out of default, but out of a desire. I love what I do, and I enjoyed that time. That was a phase of my life. So when I decided to retire from that industry and go into advocacy and help people living with HIV, there were agencies that would not even take my volunteer work. I was offering to just set up tables. I wasn't even offering to speak or to do any of that. They would not even take my free help. And I was like, bruh, what is going on? You won't even take my free help? There's a problem here. So I ended up doing a lot of my own advocacy on my own. I used my social media platform, which I still till this day, use my social media platform. I had a large following on Twitter and on Facebook, and that's the way I went about it. And it wasn't until I proved myself to them that these agencies actually started to turn around and call me up. Today, most of these agencies, and I'm not going to call them out by name, are under new management, and their new management, of course, I've worked with them now, and we have a great working relationship. But there were a lot of agencies that absolutely did not want my help, even though I was offering to just volunteer for free. And I wasn't even looking to speak. I was just looking to help out at their events. I ended up going to a lot of their events, and I still saw the distancing that they had, because they did not want to align themselves with a man who was proud of who he was. I have been many different men in the story of my life. I worked in, my journey began long ago as a little boy, and then I went into fashion. I worked in the adult industry. I worked in advertising, marketing, and different industries. And if you're gonna judge me by my past, then you don't belong in my future, and you're not invited to my future. That's the way I see it today. Back then, it was very demoralizing. It broke my self-esteem down. I felt like rejected. I felt it hurt a lot. It really did hurt a lot. To be looked at upon as a disease spreading whore. And let's call a spade a spade. So, I was marginalized in the past. Today is not the case. Today I'm actually choosing who I align myself with and who I don't align myself with. I look into the background of the agency and the organizations and things like that. But back then it was very different. It was like, who are you? You just want some clout, or you just want some notoriety, or I don't know what they were thinking about, because I was not going to get clients from freaking talking at HIV advocacy. It wasn't like I was going to make more money, but let's just call it a spade a spade. I was doing that because I truly care and believe about what I'm doing and improving the lives of people living with HIV. But it took a while for them to see that. I was about the advocacy. And now, to anyone who's out there, I tell you, put your personal biases aside and look to why you are rejecting someone or accepting someone to align themselves with your brand. Yes, use your discernment. You have to use your discernment. I do that today all the time. I will not align myself with a brand that is not about what I'm about. But don't just discard someone just because of their profession and just because they feel proud of their profession. Because I felt proud of that man, that sex worker, and I still feel proud of that man. He brought me to this man. So I can never reject any of the men that I have been in the past. I'm proud of every man I have ever been. So there's my answer.